What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am back to do my Week 2 college football predictions. Now, with Week 1 in the books, we are now into Week 2 of the college football season. So I'm extremely excited to do my Week 2 predictions for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record in Week 1 was 8-8, so it wasn't a winning record. Wasn't a losing record, it was a 500 record. But I'm looking to start a new winning streak here and now. So hopefully in this video, we will get back on the winning track and start a brand new winning streak. Hopefully. Now, if you guys haven't checked out the 2 other big videos that I put up on the channel today, guys, definitely go check them out if you haven't. This is the 3rd and final video of the day. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch this video and all the fantastic videos we got on deck on the channel in the month of September this year. And as always, sure to support the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your college football teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer and this is your first video, boy, pick the good one if you're a huge fan of college football like myself and you're ready for Week 2 of the college football season. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is... Just 2. Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into my Week 2 college football predictions. Let's start off on Friday night with a showdown between the Kansas Jayhawks heading to Conway, South Carolina to face the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Now, this is only the 3rd meeting between Kansas and Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers have won the last 2 meetings over the Jayhawks back in 2019 and last year. Now, starting off with the Jayhawks, they're coming off their victory over South Dakota on Friday, a football championship subdivision team, and the Jayhawks are looking to continue the winning ways and get a victory on the road on Friday night. The other side, you have the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers coming off their blowout victory over the Citadel on Thursday, and Coastal Carolina was the talk of the college football season last year. They had that amazing undefeated season before losing to Liberty, and Coastal Carolina is a very underrated team that college football fans need to look out for. And I know my good friend Killswitch, who is a die-hard Coastal Carolina Chanticleers fan, is hoping that this year will be another magical season that it was last year. But Coastal Carolina is looking to get it done at home. So coming from me in this showdown on Friday night, I am going to go with Killswitch's own Coastal Carolina Chanticleers to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Kansas Jayhawks. And now the next matchup, which also happens on Friday night, between the UTEP Miners heading to the Smurf Turf to face my Boise State Broncos. Now, this is the 6th meeting between UTEP and my Boise State Broncos. The Broncos have won the last 5 meetings over the Miners, dating all the way back to the year 2000. So my Broncos have owned this rivalry for 21 years. Now, both teams are coming out very different. Week 1's UTEP is coming off their victory over a cupcake opponent on Saturday. They're coming in 2-0. And my Broncos are coming off their loss after blowing a 21-point lead to the UCF Knights on Thursday. They're coming in at 0-1. So coming from me in this matchup on Friday, hopefully this t-shirt will come with some good luck for my Broncos. So coming from me, I am going to go with my Boise State Broncos to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the UTEP Miners in a close shootout. And now the next matchup. It is the UAB Blazers heading to Athens, Georgia to face the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, this is only the 3rd meeting between UAB and Georgia. The Bulldogs have won the last 2 meetings over UAB, dating all the way back to 2003. Now, both teams are coming off very good Week 1s. UAB's coming off their victory over Jacksonville State on Saturday, and Georgia's coming off their very big win over Clemson on Saturday night. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Georgia Bulldogs to continue the winning ways and get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the UAB Blazers in a possible blowout. And now the next matchup. It is the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders heading to Blacksburg to face the Virginia Tech Hokies. Now, both teams are coming off big days on Week 1. Middle Tennessee's coming off their victory over Monmouth on Saturday, and Virginia Tech's coming off their huge victory over North Carolina on Friday. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Virginia Tech Hokies to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. And now the next matchup. It is the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers heading to West Point to face the Black Knights of Army. Now this is the fourth meeting between Western Kentucky and the Black Knights of Army. The Hilltoppers have won the last 3 meetings over Army dating all the way back to 2013. Now both teams are coming out very good week ones. Western Kentucky coming off their victory over University of Tennessee Martin on Saturday, and Army's coming out their victory over Georgia State on Saturday. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the boys at West Point, the Army Black Knights, to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And now the next matchup. It is the Buffalo Bulls heading to Lincoln, Nebraska to face the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Now both teams are coming out very good week ones. Buffalo's coming out their victory over Wagner on Saturday, coming in at 1-0. And Nebraska's coming out their victory over Fordham on Saturday, coming in at 1-1. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Scott Frost's Nebraska Cornhuskers to get it done at home and defeat the Buffalo Bulls in a very close shootout. And now the next matchup. It is the Illinois Fighting Illini heading to Virginia to face the Virginia Cavaliers. Now this is the third meeting between the Illini and the Cavaliers. The Illini have won the last 2 meetings over the Cavaliers dating all the way back to 1990. So the Illini has owned this rivalry for nearly 31 years. Now both teams are coming out very different week ones. Illinois is coming out their loss to the University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners on Saturday, and Virginia is coming out their victory over William and Mary. So coming from me in this matchup, boy, this one's a tough one. But coming from me, I'm going to go with the Gamers Goon, Illinois Fighting Illini to get it done on the road and defeat the Virginia Cavaliers. Fight, Illini, fight. And now the next matchup. It is the Rutgers Scarlet Knights heading to the Carrier Dome to face the Syracuse Orangemen. Now this is the 42nd meeting between Rutgers and Syracuse. Syracuse leads the old-time series 29-12-1. Now Rutgers have won the last 2 meetings over the Orangemen dating all the way back to 2011, and the Orangemen are looking to defeat the Scarlet Knights for the first time since 2010. Now both teams are coming out very good week one. Rutgers is coming out their victory over Temple on Saturday, and Syracuse is coming off their victory over Ohio. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers to get it done on the road and defeat the Orangemen of Syracuse in a close shootout. And now the next matchup. It is the Battle of Florida between the Florida Gators heading to South Florida to face the USF Bulls. Now this is only the second meeting between Florida and South Florida. The Gators won the last meeting over UCF all the way back in 2010. Now both teams are coming out very different week ones. Florida's coming off their victory over Florida Atlantic on Saturday, and the Bulls are coming off their loss to NC State on Thursday. So coming from me in this Battle of Florida, I am going to go with Dan Mullen and the Florida Gators to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the South Florida Bulls. Chomp, chomp. And now the next matchup. It is the Pittsburgh Panthers heading to Neyland Stadium to face the Tennessee Volunteers. Now this is the third meeting between Pittsburgh and Tennessee. The Panthers have won the last 2 meetings over the Volunteers dating all the way back to 1980. So Pittsburgh has owned this rivalry for nearly 41 years. Now both teams are coming out very good week ones. Pittsburgh's coming out their victory over UMass on Saturday, and Tennessee's coming out their victory over Bowling Green on Thursday. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Pittsburgh Panthers to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Tennessee Volunteers in a close shootout. And now the next matchup. It is between the Air Force Falcons heading to Annapolis to face the Midshipmen of Navy. Now this is the 54th meeting between the Air Force Academy and Navy. Air Force leads the old-time series 31-22. Now, the Falcons won the last meeting over the Midshipmen last year, and the Midshipmen are looking to defeat the Falcons for the first time since 2019. Now, both teams are coming out very different week ones. Air Force is coming out their victory over Lafayette on Saturday, and Navy's coming out their loss to the Marshall Thundering Herd on Saturday. So, coming from me in this battle between 2 military academies, I am going to go with the Air Force Academy Falcons to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Midshipmen of Navy in a shootout. And now the next matchup. It is the Texas Longhorns heading to Arkansas to face the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now this is the 79th meeting between Texas and Arkansas. The Longhorns lead the old-time series 56-22. Now, Arkansas last defeated the Texas Longhorns all the way back in 2014. So it's been 7 years since Arkansas has beaten Texas, and Texas is looking to defeat the Hogs for the first time since 2008. So the Longhorns have been waiting 13 years to defeat Arkansas. Now, both teams are coming off very good week ones. Texas is coming off their victory over Louisiana, and Arkansas is coming off their victory over Rice. So coming from me in this matchup, ooh, boy, this one's a tough one. But coming from me, I am going to go with the Texas Longhorns to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Arkansas Razorbacks. Hook 'em. And now the next matchup. It is the Houston Cougars heading to Rice to face the Rice Owls. Now this is the 43rd meeting between Houston and Rice. Houston leads the old-time series 31-11. Now the Cougars have won the last 5 meetings over the Owls, dating all the way back to 2011, and the Owls are looking to defeat the Cougars for the first time since 2010. Now, both teams are coming off very bad week ones. Houston's coming off their loss to Texas Tech, and Rice is coming off their loss to Arkansas. So coming from me in this matchup, between two teams are looking to rebound and bounce back after a very bad week one, I am going to go with the Houston Cougars to rebound and bounce back on the road and defeat the Rice Owls. And now the next matchup. It is the North Carolina State Wolfpack heading to Starksville to face the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now this is the 7th meeting between NC State and Mississippi State. The series is tied 3-3. Now the Bulldogs' last victory over the Wolfpack happened all the way back in the 2015 Belk Bowl. And the Wolfpack's last victory over the Bulldogs, you have to go all the way back to the 1995 Peach Bowl 26 years ago. Now both teams are coming off very good week ones. NC State's coming off their victory over South Florida on Thursday, and Mississippi State's coming off their 1-point victory over La Tech. So coming from me in this matchup, you already know those Cowbells are going to be playing in Starksville, but coming from me, I am going to go with the Mississippi State Bulldogs to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the North Carolina State Wolfpack in a close shootout. And now the next matchup is the California Golden Bears heading to Texas to face the TCU Horned Frogs. Now this is only the 2nd meeting between Cal and TCU. The Horned Frogs won the last meeting over California all the way back in 2018. Now both teams are coming off very different week ones. California is coming off their loss to Nevada on Saturday night, and TCU is coming off their victory over a cupcake opponent. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the TCU Horned Frogs to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the California Golden Bears. And now the next matchup. It is the Boston College Eagles heading to UMass to face the Minutemen of UMass. Now this is the 29th meeting between Boston College and UMass. Boston College leads the old-time series 22-5-1. Now the Eagles have won the last 10 meetings over the Minutemen, dating all the way back to 1979, and the Minutemen are looking to defeat the Eagles for the first time since 1978, 43 years ago. Now both teams are coming off very different week ones. Boston College is coming off their victory over Colgate, and I'm not talking about the toothbrush company, I'm talking about Colgate University, and UMass is coming off their loss to Pittsburgh on Saturday. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Boston College Eagles to get it done and defeat the Minutemen of UMass. And now the next matchup. It is the Toledo Rockets heading to South Bend to face the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Now both teams are going to be either coming in both hot after week one, or both teams are going to be coming out very different week ones, because Toledo is coming off their victory over Norfolk State, and Notre Dame will either be coming in 1-0 or 0-1 when they play Florida State. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame to get it done at home and hopefully be undefeated and defeat the Toledo Rockets. And now the next matchup. It is the Washington Huskies heading to the Big House to face the Michigan Wolverines. Now this is the 13th meeting between Washington and Michigan. Michigan leads the old-time series 7-5. Now the Wolverines last defeated the Huskies all the way back in 2002, and the Huskies are looking to defeat the Wolverines for the first time since 2001. Now both teams are coming off very different week ones. Washington's coming off their surprising loss to Montana on Saturday, and Michigan's coming off their victory over Western Michigan. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with Jim Harbaugh's Michigan Wolverines to continue the winning ways and get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Washington Huskies in a potential blowout. And now the next matchup. It is an SEC East rivalry showdown between the Missouri Tigers heading to Lexington to face the Kentucky Wildcats. Now this is the 12th meeting between Missouri and Kentucky. Kentucky leads the all-time series 7-4. Now Missouri won last year's meeting over the Wildcats, and the Wildcats are looking to defeat the Tigers for the first time in 2 years. Now both teams are coming off very good week ones. Missouri's coming off their victory over Central Michigan, and Kentucky's coming off their victory over Louisiana Monroe. So coming from me in this SEC East rivalry showdown, I am going to go with the Kentucky Wildcats to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Missouri Tigers in a shootout. And now the next matchup. It is the matchup that College Game Day will be at this weekend, and it's the battle for the Cy-Hawk Trophy between the Iowa Hawkeyes heading to Ames, Iowa to face the Iowa State Cyclones. Now this is the 68th meeting between Iowa and Iowa State. The Hawkeyes lead the old-time series 45-22. Now the Hawkeyes have won the last 5 meetings over the Cyclones, dating all the way back to 2015, and the Cyclones are looking to defeat the Hawkeyes for the first time since 2014. So the Cyclones have not beaten the Hawkeyes in nearly 7 years. Now both teams are coming off big victories in week 1. Iowa's coming off their huge victory over Indiana, and the Cyclones are coming off their victory over Northern Iowa. So coming from me in the 68th Cy-Hawk Trophy meeting between Iowa and Iowa State, boy, I'm wondering if Lee Corso is going to be picking Iowa or Iowa State with the headgear. So this one's going to be good. But coming from me, usually this game is usually defensive and low scoring. I am going to go with the Iowa Hawkeyes to get it done on the road and defeat the Iowa State Cyclones in a close defensive shootout. And now the next matchup. It is known as the Rio Grande rivalry between the New Mexico State Aggies heading to Las Cruces, New Mexico to face the New Mexico Lobos. Now this is the 111th meeting between New Mexico State and New Mexico. New Mexico leads the all-time series 73-33-5. Now the Lobos have won the last 2 meetings over the Aggies, dating all the way back to the last 2 meetings, and the Aggies are looking to defeat the Lobos for the first time since 2017. Now both teams are coming off very different week ones. New Mexico State's coming off their loss to San Diego State on Saturday, and New Mexico coming off their victory over Houston Baptist on Thursday. So coming from me in the 111th Rio Grande rivalry, I am going to go with the Lobos of New Mexico to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the New Mexico State Aggies. And now the next matchup. It is between the Mean Green of North Texas heading to SMU to face the SMU Mustangs. Now this is the 41st meeting between North Texas and SMU. SMU leads the old-time series 33-6-1. Now SMU has won the last 2 meetings over the Mean Green, and the Mean Green are looking to defeat the Mustangs for the first time since 2018. Now both teams are coming off big days in week number 1. North Texas is coming off their victory over Northwestern State on Saturday, and SMU is coming off their victory over Abilene Christian on Saturday as well. So coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the SMU Mustangs to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Mean Green of North Texas in a close one. And now the next matchup. It is the Battle of Carolina between the South Carolina Gamecocks heading to East Carolina to face the East Carolina Pirates. Now this is the 20th meeting between South Carolina and East Carolina. South Carolina leads the all-time series 14-5. Now the Gamecocks have won the last 4 meetings over the Pirates, dating all the way back to 2011, and the Pirates are looking to defeat the Gamecocks for the first time since 1999, 22 years ago. Now both teams are coming off very different. Week 1, South Carolina is coming off their victory over Eastern Illinois, and East Carolina is coming off their loss to Appalachian State on Thursday. So coming from me in this Battle of Carolina, I am going to go with the South Carolina Gamecocks to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the East Carolina Pirates. Gamecock! And now the next matchup. It is the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes heading to Stillwater, Oklahoma to face the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Now this is the 77th meeting between Tulsa and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State leads the all-time series 43-28-5. Now, the Cowboys have won the last 8 meetings over the Golden Hurricanes, dating all the way back to 1999. And the Golden Hurricanes are looking to defeat the Cowboys for the first time since 1998, 23 years ago. Now, both teams are coming off very different week ones. Tulsa's coming off their loss to UC Davis on Thursday, and Oklahoma State's coming off their victory over Missouri State. So, coming from me in this matchup, I am going to go with the Oklahoma State Cowboys to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. And now the next matchup between the Texas A&M Aggies facing the Colorado Buffaloes. Now this game will be played at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado. So it's pretty much a home game for the Colorado Buffaloes. Now this is the 10th meeting between Texas A&M and Colorado. The Buffaloes lead the all-time series 6-3. Now, the Buffaloes won the last meeting all the way back in 2009, and the Aggies are looking to defeat the Buffaloes for the first time since 2008. Now, both teams are coming off great days in week number 1. The Aggies coming off their victory over Kent State, and Colorado's coming off their victory over Northern Colorado on Friday. So, coming from me in this showdown that will happen at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, and it's pretty much a home game for the Buffaloes, I am going to go with the upset. I am going to go with the Texas A&M Aggies to get it done on the road and remain undefeated and defeat the Colorado Buffaloes in a close shootout. And now the final game I'll be predicting in week number 2, and this one's going to be an absolute banger between the Oregon Ducks heading to Columbus to face the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now this is also the 10th meeting between the Oregon Ducks and the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Buckeyes have won the last 9 meetings over the Ducks, dating all the way back to 1958. So the Buckeyes have owned this rivalry for nearly 63 years. Now both teams are coming off very good week ones. Oregon is coming off their victory over Fresno State, and Ohio State's coming off their victory over the Minnesota Golden Gophers on Thursday. So coming from me in this huge matchup in week number 2 to wrap up my week 2 college football predictions. Oh boy, this is going to be good. Sophomore quarterback Anthony Brown versus freshman quarterback C.J. Stroud, who had a fantastic game in his Ohio State Buckeye debut with 4 touchdowns. This one's going to be good, and I can feel this game being an offensive showdown. But coming from me, I am going to go with Ryan Day and quarterback C.J. Stroud and the Ohio State Buckeyes to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Oregon Ducks in a close offensive shootout. OHIO. And those are my week 2 college football predictions. Now I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you see winning in week number 2 of the college football season? And let me know, which teams are going to win their conferences? Who do you think is going to win the ACC this year? Who do you think is going to win the Big 10 this year? Who's going to win the Big 12 this year? Who's going to win the Pac-12 this year? Let me know all of your picks. And as always, represent your college football teams in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to it, because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching my week 2 college football predictions today. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I think we just hit the 900 subscriber mark. So I want to say thank you guys so very much for supporting the channel. But let's continue this growth, because YouTube tells me that nearly 70% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet. So let's change that, folks. If you're a fan of professional wrestling when it comes to All Elite Wrestling, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Ring of Honor Wrestling, and you're a fan of professional sports when it comes to college football, the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NHL, and college basketball, super kick that subscribe button. It's free. Become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys hopefully next week for my official AEW's Grand Slam 2021 predictions, my Week 3 college football predictions, my Week 2 NFL predictions, and my official New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 31 2021 predictions. Later days, guys. Have a wonderful week. Happy Labor Day to all you workers out there. Stay safe and peace.